Oh, hello.
Hello. I'm Disguised Toast.
Do you want me to do like the LCS intros that they do, like when you get the toss from the caster, the analyst desk?
All right, just imagine we just got the screen wipe, and then
I'll just Tyler or Dash or whoever just hand it off to me, and I'll go with the. Hi guys, and welcome to match 2 of the TCS. I'm your play-by-play Mark Z Zimmerman, joined by.
Wait. I thought I'm the play-by-play.
We didn't quite flesh that out all the way.
Okay, so
because I'm usually color, which is the guy who like analyzes things for LCS. But I don't think you want to play-by-play. So
wait, why don't I want to play-by-play? Can you explain that to me?
You have this kind of like dry, sarcastic humor in delivery, which isn't great for like hyping a moment.
Okay, but the play-by-play is that's the analytical one, right?
No, the play-by-play is the one who's like, "Oh my God, the Lissandra flashed in," and then hypes it up. And then you would say, "Yeah, what a great decision," because that guy's flash was down, so he knew.
No, I can do that. Oh my God, Lissandra just flashed in and pressed R.
Yeah, that was great, dude.
Okay, no, I'll do the analytical stuff because
Wait, no, you want the play-by-play then? If you're hype, you're play-by-play. If you're analyzing, you're color. Which one do you want?
Okay, I think I'll go with analyzing because I am a GOAT 4 player, and in order to speak to the majority of Tyler1's audience, they need someone to dumb things down for them. Because what rank are you? Like,
I actually have been unranked for the last 2 or 3 seasons.
All right, when's the last time you played ranked?
Last time I seriously played was season 4, and I was diamond, and then I didn't really care in season 5, and I was plat, and I think I've been unranked since then.
Diamond. See, if you try to explain and analyze it, it's just gonna go over the head of all these Twitch viewers. So that's why they brought me in. I'm gonna be like your conduits to the professional world.
All right, great. So why don't you dumb down this draft for me?
Nope. Did you?
Someone ended the call on Skype.
Oh, can we get back in here?
Try changing disc.
No, that was hi. Hi. So, Victor is good.
Yes.
Because of the new ruin, shield gives you
shield bash.
Shield bash. It gives you armor and lets you hit harder. And Victor's W Q gives you a shield, so you Q and you gain armor and damage. So, oh no, this is a ban. Wait, are they banning?
No, they've picked that.
Oh,
now they're banning.
Okay. Yeah, that's why Victor is a pretty strong pick right now.
Yep, very strong pick. Looks like they'll round out their bot lane with Ezreal Braum. Pretty self-sufficient bot lane. On the flip side, the red team, whose name I don't actually know, they have taken Lissandra, another very common pick right now. Can be flexed between multiple lanes, just like the Victor, as well as Lucian and Nunu, which hasn't seen a ton of play on the professional stage since its rework.
Does the color caster usually explain so much in the pick and draft portion? I thought that was the job of the analyst.
Usually the play-by-play will say what they're selecting, and then you'll say why you think they're selecting it. So I might say, yeah, Nunu hasn't seen too much play recently, and then you would say, yeah, since his rework, these things change and he has these issues, and then you might go into why we're not seeing it, and then you might explain why we're now seeing it here.
Got it. Wait, you guys set me up.
Oh, yeah, so Nunu, a little bit of a surprise pick for me, coming from the professional scene, who hasn't seen it locked in recently since the rework.
So Nunu, right? He has that snowball move, but I know they recently changed it. So instead of a small snowball, it's a big snowball. We're still good, right? The audio's going, but the camera keeps going on and off.
My biggest hope is that we're not completely ruining the TCS by ourselves.
No, we're fine. No, we're good. All right, Zoe. That's a pretty annoying champ.
Yep, pretty strong. Again, a lot of poke. This Skype ringing noise is doing wonders for my my immersion into this.
Yo, what's up, fellas? How's everybody doing?
It's good. It's good.
Hey, that's amazing. It appears that we're having a little bit of some technical issue with some sort of Skype device.
Yeah, the greatest piece of technology ever invented.
Yeah, we actually are going to need you guys to restart your Skype if that's possible.
Yeah, I'll let Toast work on some of those technical things, and I'll use my fantastic skill.
That's awesome. How you guys feeling about this game? Do you guys know too much?
I'm a little peeved that you gave us this game. I feel like I knew 3 to 5 players on every other team, and then you gave me this one where I know Chris and
You're telling me you don't
Haxor.
know the top solo queue players in the North American region? Okay, now you're just being disrespectful.
I'll know them when they show up on the LCS, Scouting Grounds, Collegiate, Academy.
Wait, are you kidding? Oh. I mean, okay, fine. Fair enough, dude. So
who do you think's favored here, Tyler?
All right, I'm not playing any favorites here. I think each team has an equal shot to take home the again, I'm gonna reiterate the $50,000 that is on the line in this match. Each team has an equal chance.
Great, I love these 50-50 odds. So I'm gonna go based off team comp. I think I like the blue teams a little bit more. Supernova. Got a lot of poke.
Oh, it's fixed. Oh, hey, all right, you guys are on your own. Peace, guys. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
That was very scary. He's a very intimidating individual. Thought he was gonna yell at us.
You guys, personality-wise, seem a little bit too different, you know.
Yeah, we're on the polar opposite on the alpha scale. Yeah. Did you see how I didn't say a single word when he jumped in?
That's because you were so busy with technical things.
No.
Yeah,
I was just trying to avoid getting his attention.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he noticed.
He's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He only, if you don't move and just stay still and don't say anything, he won't notice you.
Yeah, he didn't notice. Fine, we're fine. So, yeah, this team.
Yeah, break these drafts down for me, Color.
So, I like the blue team because it looks like they have a lot of poke. So, you know, Israel's got his Q, Zoe's got everything. You know, it's all very pokey. Olaf can throw an axe. Victor can throw the shield, which goes great with Shield Bash, which is a ruin recently introduced in the preseason patch 8.23. And it's pretty good on Champions with Shields.
Yeah, definitely a lot of poke with this team comp, like you're saying. Decent front line with the Braum and Olaf as well. But on the flip side, the red team does have a fair amount of engage available to try and find these pokes, getting good flanks with either the Malachi or Lissandra to start off fights.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, great. Which bot lane do you like more, the Ezreal Braum or the Lucian Soraka?
I think the Lucian Soraka is gonna have the advantage here because, you know, Soraka, so much heal. They try to go in, she can silence everyone. You know, Israel and Braum more of a.
You're saying Israel?
Israel, yeah. Israel.
It's not the Middle East country. It's
Israel.
Ezreal. Dominant as well as Lucian. The concern with Soraka is if you lose summoners and start dying, she's a champion that is very susceptible to ganks and kind of chain feeding. So we'll see if she can survive and continue to bully the laning phase, but should go in their favor. As loading in on that delay finally.
So, one thing I noticed, we have someone from Riot here. Riot Hacks Defender. Now, if it has the word Riot, that means officially they are confirmed Riot employee.
So, I am not an official like Red Badge, Riot, Mark Z employee. I'm an independent contractor, so I don't know exactly the workings of this stuff. But from my understanding, you can't put Riot in your name unless you are in fact a Riot employee. That said, I don't know this guy, so there's a chance. Like I said, I know two.
He's just nobody in the Riot.
No, I just mean there's it's like a couple thousand.
Name Mark Z, LCS casters. Like, who's this guy?
I just mean I can't say that for sure. I know he's a Riot employee, and I also can't say I know exactly how the Riot naming system in the League client works either. So I don't know for sure, is all I'm saying. I don't want to go out there and be like, yeah, that guy works for Riot, and then be wrong.
I mean, he has the Riot name. He has to be part of Riot. So, wow, this is taking long. Does it usually take this long to load? I think these are professional gamers.
They all should have good PCs, so I'm not sure if that's on your end or the game. Who's having a problem? We're in. Fantastic.
Nice. So the game is starting.
Yep. So we'll have to see what people choose to do with level 1s these days. They have not been super exciting ever since they got rid of lane swaps and all that stuff. But lane swaps, I heard, might be back after those turret changes.
Got it.
You want to break down the intricacies that existed back in the day with lane swaps?
So, back in the day, let me break it down for you, chat. The bot lane turrets have an increased armor because Riot wants to dissuade from 2v1s. So, you know, sending your bot lane top lane kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was a strategy that was very prevalent. But in the new season patch, they undid that. So now all 3 outer turrets have equal amount of armor, and they have this thing called plating.
Yes.
But the main thing is bot lane no longer have an armor advantage, which means you could send 2 people top if you want.
That is the case. So I'm excited to see if we get to see any. Doesn't look like we'll get it this time around, as everyone is kind of lined up in that kind of line of scrimmage start that you see. Chris walking in a little bit, trying to get some wards and stuff like that. On the flip side, mostly everyone just making sure they don't go too deep. And what looks like standard lanes is what we're going to get here.
Yep. 1 top. I noticed the Maokai is helping the Nunu jungle with the red buff. I didn't know that was even possible back when I played League. So like last week, my top lane always just ignored me and said, I don't want to miss my first wave.
Yeah, that's a really old school tactic called leashing, and it's when you help your jungler get a good start. Back in the day, you'd actually tank some of the hits for him, and I'm not sure people still do that. For the most part, they just add extra damage to get you going faster on your jungle clear.
So is there any disadvantage for your top laner to just throw a couple of autos and tank 1 hit for, you know, for you on the red buff?
In really specific matchups, there's times where you want to get to lane right away. Complicated things, like if you grab the minion wave aggro and kind of bunch them all up, you can force a slow push into you. And if you have some bully matchups, you might want to do that. So there are instances where you might say, like, I don't want to be there because you want to do something tricky with the wave or something, or you want to push early. So you will get there a little late if you leash.
We got Olaf coming in for a quick sneak peek. Didn't see anything and just backs off. Notice how he doesn't stay in the bush and just kind of commits to it. He realizes, hey, this gank isn't going to work out. I'm just going to walk backwards. Whereas a lesser jungler would be like, hey, I made it all the way here. I'm not leaving without a kill.
Is that the Toast Classic? That's the stand in the brush?
I mean, I play Nocturne. So, you know, once I get that Q off, it's over.
Uh-oh, we see in the bot lane, there's a bit of jungle scrapping. Yeah, there we go. Fighting over a Gromp. Though our directed camera is deciding for some reason that it's more important to watch a top lane farm fest. A little unlucky with our directed camera. I'm watching. We'll see what's going on.
Oh, do we have control over this
camera? We can control this camera if you want to.
That's how it works.
Most people do not rely on directed camera because it's... Well, I shouldn't say this. It could use some improvements, is what I'll say.
So what camera do people use?
Oh, they use manual camera, and they have hired observers to move the camera around for the casters.
Oh, am I the observer then?
No, I can do it. Or you can do it. We'll see.
Okay. Well, we're looking at bot lanes just chilling, doing their thing. Oh, looks like we have a dive going on in the top lane.
Yeah, pretty common to try and pressure around the Victor lane, so no surprise to see Olaf up there. They had a wave pushing in, trying to deny some CS, and Chris is going to try and build as big of an advantage as he can.
Oh, we need to hire someone to control the camera for us.
I mean, there's a million people in this house.
Oh, we need to get one of them to direct the camera?
We could do that. That's an interesting question, considering...
Wait, are we getting paid for this?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't want to say it. It'd be hard to hire someone to do the camera.
Okay. We'll make it work. So, looks like there's very little action going on. No first blood yet. Why is it that in like pro games, very little people invade? I feel like that's more of a pub strategy.
It was actually really funny. I was casting the scouting grounds, and we were talking about why that happens. And there was one player who was known in solo queue for doing really aggressive invades. And what happens in competitive play is people are a lot better about communicating when they can collapse on invades if they see it happening. And so this player, I forget which one it was, in the scouting grounds, went in for an invade on Wraith Camp, but his top lane didn't have priority. So his top lane got collapsed on, and he tried to escape the river because the mid collapsed as well. And then it ended up being a 3v2. And he ended up dying. And that's one of the reasons that people don't often go for really risky invades unless they feel like, one, the people with priority can't collapse on them, or they have the priority themselves.
You also think people are afraid to invade because, they would try it in a scrim game and that information will get leaked, and to do it in a professional game, like a game with a lot of stakes, it's just too risky.
Maybe. I think a lot of times it's just risk reward for them. So like, am I going to get that much out of an invade versus if this is not safe and I die? Because it's very unlikely that you, by yourself invading, can probably kill the other jungler. But if you get collapsed on, you can very easily die because they'll have the inherent shorter path towards you. But yeah, interesting stuff. Anyways, we see the two bully lanes like we expected getting their advantages. In the top lane, about a 20 CS lead for Chris on the Victor. And that Lucian lane, like we were saying, probably going to be able to bully out also with about a 20 CS lead. So going to have to see which of these two winning lanes can actually take the most control of the game.
I agree.
And to be fair, Olaf is up a lot as well. No surprise, though. Olaf, very strong early game jungler. Really enjoy...
Oh, I thought Nunu was supposed to be the one dominating the jungle because he had his Q, which gives him bonus damage.
He just did exactly what he should be doing, which is taking the the dragon. It's very easy, like you said, with his Q consume to be able to grab that one. But Olaf is a lot faster farming and does more damage in an actual fight. So a lot of the time, Olaf is able to get an advantage for the first couple levels, like this gank on the top lane. And got the stun down, chain CC, couldn't go anywhere. Didn't have a flash either, must have blown that earlier on, so no way out for the Maokai. First blood going over to that Olaf, which we were just talking about. Whoop.
Ooh, is he getting some good damage in?
Yeah, Braum going forward to protect that Ezreal as Soraka baited a fair amount. And this is kind of what we're talking about with the Soraka lane being pretty volatile. You have to try and protect her. And now Nunu's throwing in his own dive. TP coming in. Nunu's going to try and back off, actually.
Sandra's getting in here, too?
Yep, 5-man dive coming through. Everybody going down. 3 kills with all 4 members. And there's the new Lissandra passive getting shown off. The wave clear. Really well done. And with this push, actually, as Zoe finds one on the back end, collapsing in. We're not quite ready to see her. The long-range snipe finding another kill. And it looks like this is going to be able to push them off the turret and not going to grab this one, as Sudsy able to protect it.
That wombo combo. So it got set up by the Nunu coming in from the backside. Huge snowball. And Lissandra... What does her new passive do? Like, some people might not know, but Lissandra's passive actually got changed.
Right, so...
As the analytical caster, I'm supposed to know that.
Yeah, of course. The new passive is one where when you kill someone or assist in a kill, the person will rise up as basically an ice zombie, and then they will chase that person down and explode after a period of time, dealing damage around them. And they also slow around them as well, as an ice zombie does. So after that, ends up being a 2 for 3. Still a 1,000 gold advantage, actually, for the blue team, despite how bad that fight in the bot lane went. The fact that they protected their turret was pretty big in keeping their gold lead, as the CS advantages in the top and jungle are probably what's powering that the most.
So who do you think is going to carry this game? We got 2 kills on the Nunu, not the ideal person to have all the kills on, I assume.
No, not ideal. Nunu not going to scale that hard in terms of damage with gold. You can buy tank items, but you know, with a Cinder Hulk already completed, you're basically looking at mostly aura and team-focused items at this point. So not quite as nice as having Olaf, who with some early kills can really run over the game. Zoe as well, using that gold quite efficiently. Gotta say, right now it does look pretty good for Supernovae, whatever it was.
So why did Nunu take those kills then? If it would made more sense to give it to Lissandra and Lucian.
Sheer panic. You're turret diving, you push all your buttons, and someone explodes, and you get the kills.
At this point, do you flame your Nunu if you're Lucian or Lissandra for taking the kills and setting your, BF sword back by a couple of minutes?
In the professional setting, I would say no, of course not. You made a good play, even if the kills don't end up in the right place. But these, like we said, are solo queue superstars and totally different ball game. So yeah, flame away. I don't know.
What's your preferred method of flaming?
I'm a big fan of the pings. The question mark ping is, I think, one of the greatest tools in the subtle flame.
Do you spam question mark ping?
I just like being really quiet the whole game, and then when you speak up, it's like extra impactful because you weren't spamming the whole time. So people aren't like, oh god, this guy's a. We're allowed to swear, right? This guy's a fucking rager.
No, whoa, was sponsored by Tyler1. Tyler1's family friendly. This guy's a meanie head, is what Mark meant to say. I apologize for my colleague. Ooh, Nunu getting a quick escape, rolling that snowball away. Lissandra's trying to help. W's away to safety.
Yeah, we see in the top lane, a bit of pressure by Chris, pushing the Maokai off the turret as well. So a lot of things going real good for the blue team here, getting pressure in the mid and the top lane at the same time, starting to chip down these turrets. This is that kind of plating in effect as, stunned under the turret. Chris doesn't look like he has enough mana to finish that kill off. And instead, there's going to be a collapse in the bot side as Lissandra hops over the wall. Now the Braum and the Olaf in a tough spot. Braum drops to the culling by the Lucian. Not sure if he wants to keep going forward. Looks like they're going to disengage from here. Blue side giving up one more kill in the enemy jungler. And there you see why people talk about those invades. We were saying it's a little risky to go for. Red team was able to collapse with more people first, despite being down pressure.
Do you think stream sniping is playing a factor in this game? How did they know blue side was invading, right?
I don't know what the wards were prior to that. I see there were some wards now in the river. I would maybe assume that they saw them coming, or after they won that skirmish, they saw them leave lane, Wow, Maokai in the top side.
Just gone.
Trying to turn around, not going to happen. Chris finds what ends up being a solo kill. Decent play by the Maokai to deny the assist going over to Riot Hack's defender as well, as the Rift Herald was apparently dropped in the bot lane for a turret. And yeah, to answer your question, I don't think they're sniping, considering there's a 3-minute spectator delay.
It is possible, like 3 minutes. You can learn a lot of information, even if it's 3 minutes in the past.
Wards don't live longer than 3 minutes. In fact, since the changes to trinket wards, a lot of them actually don't even make it to 3 minutes.
Okay, how about this then?
Pink wards could last for longer than 3 minutes.
Exactly. They could be stream sniping pink ward. And how long does it take for Flash to come off? 5 minutes?
Flash takes
5 minutes, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes, sorry.
So if you don't know whether or not someone believes Flash in a fight, you're like, remind myself, check in 3 minutes on stream. It's like, oh, he didn't use Flash. I didn't keep track of it, but because I had the stream open, now I know.
And I never want to speculate on the shady behavior of some solo queue players, but that could be a possibility.
I get stream sniped in every single one of my league games.
Every single one, I'm sure.
Every single one. Oh, we got a fight going on in top lane.
Yep, after breaking the bot turret and equalizing the gold, very common practice, they swap their bot lane up to the top side to start working down the next turret, trying to use their one pressure point that they still have, that Lucian Soraka, to get more objectives for themselves.
We got Nunu trying to catch Zoe with the snowball. Did not work out.
No, that's one of the problems. You know why we said I don't think we see Nunu too much in in competitive plays, because that snowball is extremely unreliable, and that's where so much of his power is packed away. So you can use it to get into a fight, but after it's gone, if you didn't land it on anyone, it becomes pretty difficult for Nunu to make something happen. As we see now, just some standard pressure around that top side, trying to force the Soraka and Lucian lane to back up a little bit, using Chris's advantage as well as Hack's defender. They're finally kind of interacting more. This is the part of the game I think top laners hate the most. They love being on that island by themselves and just split pushing away. And then, you know, this game called League of Legends for some reason forces them to do other stuff like play with a team.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I would have league games where it's 30 minutes in, and I realized, oh my god, we have an Irelia on the team? Ooh, big fight going on, maybe? No, they're just kind of skirmishing back and forth. Remember that poke comp we were talking about?
Yeah, this is a great situation for them, and that's why Maokai's actually decided to baiting and engage. Lissandra as well in the middle of the team, getting a big W down, now an ultimate as well onto the Victor, getting the second kill to fight. They pick up their third. A triple kill in this fight already. No kills answered back. And so once again, we see despite the pressure and advantages that the blue team was able to create, they are actually losing a lot of these fights, as Sudsy is just barely able to get out. Lissandra not able to get back in range with that claw. And there you have it. Another great fight for the red team.
Did you see that Ezreal flash?
No, I didn't. I was watching the Lissandra going in. What did Ezreal do? Hit me with it.
So he flashed 2 feet in front of him in a very cool attempt to flash over the Maokai ult.
Did it work?
I don't think so. I think he flashed after he already got hit by the ult. I'm not sure what that flash was about.
All right, well, maybe the flash didn't work out so well, but his ultimate did protect the mid lane turret while Lucian worked down the top lane one, so they were able to avoid losing all 3 of their outer turrets. One of the worst situations to happen, because once those all go down, it feels like you lose complete control of the game. Gold lead, not as bad as the turret situation right now.
Yeah, we see a 2 turret advantage, 2,000 gold, 2 dragons, and because of the preseason change, early dragons are actually worth more now.
You trying to act like you didn't read the patch notes. You read the patch notes, or did you see that somewhere else?
I didn't read just that. I read everything. So, for those who don't know, in an effort to promote like early game objectives, Riot has buffed the values on the first dragon for every dragon, and in exchange, you get a little less of an improvement on your second and third dragon, but by the third dragon, it all kind of evens out.
Yeah. So good change, I think, as a lot of people found that some of the early Drakes didn't do enough. And it wasn't until you got like your second mountain that a lot of teams said they felt like they could really rush down objectives. So good to see them trying to put a little bit more early game in there. It does feel like that was a lot of focus. The World Championship and towards the end of the season was how fast and aggressive games were. Speaking of fast and aggressive, let's go camp a brush in the bot river for the next dragon. Spawning now.
Do you ever do the death bush strat where you just wait in one bush for however long it takes for someone to just casually walk by? You just get a free kill, put you down mid, and win the game.
That's one of my favorite strategies for top lane. If you get like a kill or some pressure past like the inner turret and there's that brush right next to it, you push a wave and back off and then just camp there and hope that the person who comes to push next is. We see a fight on Chris, getting run down a little bit. Gets the root from the E, which is hard to do. Followed up by the ultimate by the Lissandra. Chain CC for Chris. He's going to drop again, and this is what we were talking about with how much engage and lockdown is available for the red team to get onto the squishier members.
Yeah, red team showing a lot of respect to Chris, blowing 4 ults and at least 1 flash on the Lissandra. That was, they really wanted that Victor dead.
Yeah, this is when you type in chat everything that they use to kill you.
Oh, it's like
flash down, yeah.
Lissandra. Yeah. I hate them when they do that. Like when my mid laner, ooh, hang on.
Yep, Olaf going in, trying to chase down Lissandra, gets a little baited by the heal, but is able to get out. Zoe as well, picking up another one. Soraka not able to keep those members alive, and that's the important thing. If you pick a fight on Soraka, you can't let it go on for too long, else she'll keep pumping out the heals. And they were able to pick up 2 more kills on what was seemingly an overstay by the red team. Now Blue going to be able to trade back for a turret.
What triggers me a lot when my mid laner...
A lot of things, I bet.
Yeah, yes. but one is my mid laner losing a 1v1 and just saying mid no flash, mid no ignite.
Hey, you're the jungler. They're just trying to help you know that.
No.
They're trying to help.
Saying that's like, hey, it's alright. I got his ignite. I got his flash. I got wrecked 1v1. I took a fight I shouldn't, but I got his ignite and flash. It was worth it. It was worth it. They're not trying to help me. They're trying to make themselves feel better.
Did they say worth?
No, I don't think so. It's more of a, hey, I got something out of it. It's like, yeah, he used flash ignite to kill you. That's why they picked those summoners.
Hey, he's just letting you know that if you wanted to go mid now, you don't have to worry about getting ignited.
You have too much faith in the silver and gold players. Nothing they type in chat ever is to help someone else. It's to flame someone else or make themselves feel better or justify their bonobleness.
Yeah, that's true. I can definitely see where that's coming from. Luckily, like we were talking about before, I haven't played ranked in a pretty long period of time, so I don't have to worry about that.
You know, I'm frustration and anger.
Oh, big snipe by Spawn finding Minor Haxor. Got to be careful clearing wards on low HP versus Ezreal. Gets picked off there. Good job. You know, kind of alleviating some pressure. In the professional game, it's very important. Not necessarily that every fight is a game-breaking fight, but if you're able to slow the game down and allow yourselves to neutralize the enemy team's vision control and things like that, you can stall out until you get more gold in your pockets. Because right now, Ezreal down about a half item to the Lucian. That's going to help out a lot.
Something doesn't add up for me.
Okay.
So on the red team, they have 2 more towers, 2 more kills, and 3 more dragons. Yet the blue team has more money.
Yep. So that's going to become a lot due to CS. You see a 30 CS advantage in the top lane, 20 in the jungle, another 30 in the mid lane, and bot is the only one that's down. So most likely just due to those CS advantages. They also have 2 turrets themselves, so it's not like they're completely out of it. And Drake Gold, though I think he got buffed a little bit, is still not super substantial.
I'm also going to drop another pre-season knowledge.
Hit me with it!
In the new patch, you can accrue a bounty just by killing minions. When you have a 150 gold advantage over the enemy's average gold amount, the game will put a bounty on you in an effort to, you know, incentivize the losing team to kill you and have a comeback avenue. Yep, definitely the case. As well as the double kleptomancy as well, probably being a big factor in that. You just got a second look at that Soraka snipe. Beautiful stuff. Now you see blue side actually with better vision control around that Baron after picking off Soraka, the ward bot. Chris continues to just try and 1v1 this Maokai, but after picking up 2 MR items, feels like Maokai's done a much better job of stabilizing in this lane, though he still is pushed in the vast majority of the time. Not fun. I just took a look at everyone's ruins, and I don't see a single Dark Harvest. Looks like Zoe has a Dark Harvest. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like 10 Dark Harvests in each team. Oh. It got hotfixed as we see Chris get collapsed on. Lucian roaming down to meet up with that CC bot, and Maokai gets a pretty easy kill on Chris. Dropping for his 4th time this game. He started to get chunked by Zoe Q. Remember Release Zoe? That was a fun time for everyone. I did a skit on the LCS where we took a box and put Zoe's picture on it, and we beat the shit out of it, kind of like that scene from Office Space with the printer. So yeah, that's about my feelings on Release Zoe and stuff. You just get hit by any skill shot, and it's a 5v4 for the next 5 minutes. Uh-oh. Maokai tried to stick around that turret to protect it. His team was collapsing, so it feels like he was trying to bait Olaf. Ooh, now changing on to Lissandra. Who's baiting who? As it feels like this is actually going to work out well for the blue team. Lucian does find one back onto Zoe. It's a scrap as Nunu has to flash out away from the Braum stun, trying to avoid it. Braum himself might have gone too far. Barely able to stay alive. Braum being as annoying as ever, able to survive. And it looks like we're going to disengage with that, only resulting in a 1-for-1. A little surprising there wasn't more kills there. A little disappointed too. Yeah, it looked like it was about to pop off there with Lissandra going in. Olaf flashing on top of the list, but she got the Altov and Azonia really survived for a long time for her team to show up. But yeah, one each side.
Yeah. Kind of hard to kill Lissandra when she gets her hourglass as well, able to stay alive for...
Yeah, that's like 15 seconds of vulnerability.
Yeah, you can divide that by 3.
I think
a little more. But
it feels like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I agree. It feels really long, especially with Aftershock, when people kind of discovered that on Lissandra, giving extra survivability as well for a period of time. She is a nuisance to try and kill. What were we talking about before this? I think I had more to say about it.
Stream sniping.
That was a long... You went a little too far back there. I was thinking more like directly before the fight.
Dark Hearts.
Once again, I think we're talking about Zoe.
Zoe.
Right. As we see, hold on, Zoe lost her mind, hopping over the wall right in front of Luke. Gets called down. Looks like a little bit of self-loathing there as Zoe's going to throw her life away. And now the rest of the team getting caught out, trying to protect her. 2 more kills going over. And that will be the support, mid laner, and top laner. We'll see what red team chooses to do with this. They might look at the Baron instead.
Now this is where you ping Nexus like and you type in all chat and all caps.
That's an interesting call. We'll see if they're able to do it. As a
They got 20 seconds.
Ezreal did ult the wave to break it down a little bit.
Well, let me drop another preseason knowledge on it.
Okay.
As the game goes on, minion speeds go up to plus 100 now. So they're just zooming down the lane, getting to the inhibitor. Whoa, why are you laughing? That's true.
No, I like the... I wish you were on camera. The zooming animations with the hand and
Yeah, because in the past, they capped minion move speed at plus 25 at the end game. Now it's plus 100. So it gets in the next attack.
They did go onto the Baron, though, and Olaf goes full chimp, trying to get in there and stop them.
Steal.
Trying to distract them, it looked like. Not able to do so. Doesn't die, but the Baron does still go over. It looks like Axe Defender getting out with almost no HP. Maokai did not get the memo to leave.
Lamb, what a hero. Running into the jungle, so they're forced to chase him, so his team has a chance to get away. What a brave man.
Yeah, that was brave. Not sure if it was necessary. You do have an empowered recall. Maybe he could have gotten out as soon as they grabbed the Baron if they were all on the same page. Hard to say, though. At the end of the day, 4 Baron buffs after winning a fight and getting a mid inhibitor is definitely worth it. Very brave.
So we're just seeing both teams kind of chill, reset. You know, red team got Baron, got the buff, making some money. And what should they do with this Baron buff? You know, Baron power play. This is like the LCS. They put the icon, like the overlay, with like Baron counting down, and they say Baron power play plus gold. What's the Baron power play?
Well, I assume as the color cast, you would tell me, but I like that you're giving me a chance to demonstrate.
To set you up here.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 2 TPs available with the Maokai and Lissandra, and even though Maokai is the top laner, not really going to be able to get too much pressure in the 1v1, so I actually like the idea of either grouping up as 5 and just hard pushing and looking to dive using all 5 of your champions, or if you're going to split anyone, split the Lissandra, who can deal with the 1v1s better, potentially, but it looks like they're going for that 5-man group up here, just want to get the most out of this Baron buff. But they're not super aggressive. I feel like they need to do a little bit more posturing to get them off the turret from defending it. There is, like we said, a lot of poke available. Victor's line wave clear is one of the best in the game, so they don't pressure a little harder. They're going to have a hard time getting to their next inhibitor. Victor not there right now, dealing with the mid wave, of course. He'll come back when it's the more important objective. But here's the new snowball to try and push them off this turret. We'll see how far it goes. Ooh. Channels the Predator.
And all the way to Israel.
Ezreal?
Ezreal. Ooh, Lissandra. No. He did that so that the minion wouldn't die to the tower and bought them 4 seconds of free tower damage. So Lissandra sacrificed his teleport so that they could push down the tower.
I mean, that was the idea. Unfortunately, during that time the TP was channeling, they didn't actually walk up and get that much damage in because the enemy team stepped up while the TP was channeling. I'm not sure the teleport did anything. They could have just done what they did and picked a fight. But either way, they got the turret! Hey, inhib's still up, though.
You're telling me if Lissandra didn't teleport there, they still would have gone to turret. You don't know that. You don't know that. Why don't you give him the credit he's due?
You know what? Sword, my bad. You had a great, big brain, wrinkly brain play to teleport on that. My smooth brain couldn't handle it. And without you, this game would be lost. 1, 2, and 9, Lissandra.
Since we're talking about teleport, we should also note in the new patch, you can no longer cancel your teleport. So when you accidentally misclick on a minion and you didn't mean to teleport, you kind of have to...
You know, that's actually a great point, but being serious, I forgot about. And maybe that's what happened where he...
misclicked.
Yeah, I don't know why you were pressing D and then left-clicking somewhere prior to that, but, you know...
Oh, I can explain it. Usually he has his flash on D.
Why was he flashing then?
He was about to go all in with his ult. His ult was up. He was going to flash in, out Ezreal, and get the kill. But because...
You don't want to start with Claw? You want to start with Flash?
We see the Death Bush strat here.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about before. Unfortunately, gets blue trinketed out. Well, the entire team going to have to back off. Nunu was coming in with a snowball on the flank, so they were pretty prepared for that rush of death strategy. And now, Baron buff is off. They're not going to have any empowered minions, so it's going to be really hard to push in against the Victor, as well as the fact the mid inhibitor has respawned. So there's no super creeps coming down any of these lanes right now. Feels like Red Team's just going to try and keep pressure until Baron spawns in the next minute about.
Nice little blast cone too.
I'm informed that we are currently ahead of the broadcast by Twitch chat.
By how many seconds?
I don't know.
So we got... Oh!
Hold on. Big fight. I'll try and delay what I'm going to say. No, I'm just going to say it. Lissandra goes in, finds a pick off as Lucian able to cull in there. They get 2 kills really quick, not waiting for the Baron like I thought they would, able to find those fights. They do have a cannon creep that if they can protect this thing all the way in with these demolishes, might be able to actually push pretty far here. Victor's still alive though, so that wave clear is still an issue as they're starting to get AoE down by his ultimate. Gonna have to back off. They're low. Doesn't feel like they want to leave.
Oh, Lissandra making it out at the last second, zonyaing the red buff to stay alive.
Still, they haven't gotten onto Chris at all, which is the big problem in this fight. Victor dropping a ton of damage.
Getting poked down, but it's just not enough. Soraka keeping everyone just above death range. Very well played by the red team.
All right, so I'm gonna pause our video for like 5 seconds.
Wait, 2 seconds.
Or are we only 2 seconds ahead?
Yeah, 2 second delay. So we pause for 2 seconds. Okay, there we go.
All right.
All right, we got you, Chad.
We're the people's cast.
All right, so another reset. Red team going back to buy. We're probably gonna see a dance around Baron, but because top lanes inhibits down, they need to have one guy kind of just trying to clear the wave, push it up. You definitely don't want to have engage a Baron with that top lane pushing down because they'll hit the Nexus tower, and once the Nexus tower goes down, they'll hit the Nexus, and if that Nexus goes down, you lose the game.
Yeah, but I'm sure, as you know, the top lane being the closest to the Baron is not the worst inhibitor to have down, as you should be able to get it. But Red Team went for something tricky, took the blast cone over the wall, so despite the wards that Blue Team has in River, they're able to sneak this Baron away with a 2-man just between Nunu and that super fed Lucian, who's had a great game all game. This is why I'm not play-by-play in the real world. Able to secure that one. I see he's done the heavy lifting. Also has that 1,000 gold bounty on his head. Doesn't want to hold that over.
Got 2 Windrake? Cloud Drake. And 3 Mountain Drake on the red team, which is why that Baron went down so fast. Because Mountain gives the team, a 60% increased damage?
It was 30 at max. I don't think they changed it. I think they just increased how much it is at each rank. So 30. Now they have 30% true damage to objectives bonus.
Which is why they killed the Baron so fast. And that Scuttle Crab.
Yeah.
See how fast the Scuttle Crab died?
I don't know if it affects Scuttle Crab. I don't think it's technically an objective. I think it's turrets, drakes, barons. I think Scuttle Crab just died fast because it's 33 minutes in the game and Nunu ate it with Lissandra there. Anyways, we got an engage a little bit around it. 8 out the Olaf ultimate, very good play by them to not get too eager after that. It's important to force his ultimate early because he turns into less than a champion this late into the game without his ultimate. Even with it, it's hard to call Olaf much more threatening than a cannon creep at this point.
I feel like my lack of league knowledge might be getting exposed right now. But chat, I see a lot of you guys like making fun of me. How about you 1v1 me, huh? 1v1 me and then talk shit. That's right. Go for. Most of you are probably hard stuck silver. Okay, that's hard.
Anyways, as this was going on, they almost found a good pickoff, but Soraka was able to keep people alive. Maokai ends up burning down to the Ignite, but Lucian, trying to get aggressive with all the focus he was able to draw, doesn't find anything back. Ends up being another 1-for-1 trade kill, but now it's all 3 inhibitors down. Double super creeps will be coming through all the lanes, and it's so hard to stop this. Lucian dashed forward, though, might have bit off more than he can chew, able to get alive. Ezreal finding some poke through all the minions, gets him back down to half HP, but he's quickly getting topped up by Soraka. It's a super dangerous position for the blue team here because Soraka can just keep everyone topped off as the creeps collapse onto the turret. Krisk ends up going back down to Lucian, who re-engaged. That's 2 kills and the most important wave clear member down. It feels like this will be the end of the game as Red Team takes Game 1 in Match 2 of the Tyler1 Championship Series.
Wow, that's some really positive sportsmanship there. Everyone said GG. No one typed easy. Is this a real league game?
I think that was scripted in a way where like they just have a fake chat box to make everyone seem nice and reformed.
They just auto-type the GG?
Yeah.